Anybody that wants to give us an explanation of what we did using set toolkit or Bob Suite?
Right. Good evening, everyone.
Good.
So, based on my research on SETOO, um, SETOO stands for social engineering. It's a social engineering tool, or it stands for social engineering tool. It's also an open source penetration testing framework that's designed for social engineering attacks. So that's my definition of it. And one of its capability is spear phishing. That one targeted at email attacks with malicious attachments or links. Yeah, that's one of the things I can remember.
Any other person that wants to add to what he said, or you want to also explain what Bob Suite is, what we used it to do? Any other person before we start immediately? Okay. So, like what he said earlier on, what set toolkit? It is a social engineering toolkit that is being used to create payloads or malicious codes that can be used to attack a system to gain access to a system. For Bob suites, it is under network attack, and you can use it for man in the middle attacks. You can also use it for SQL injection. Man in the middle attack, SQL injection. Now going back to set toolkit, we were able to see that you can clone a site, you can generate payloads, PDF, different media forms, QR codes. You can get your own payload and submit to the set toolkit for it to help you launch it. You can do spear phishing, you can do mass mail, mass mailer. That is the same, that is also phishing, but you are doing it through emails. That is what we did under set toolkit. So I want somebody to, if you want to share your screen with us, to just do a short demonstration of what you did on set toolkit. Anybody that wants to do a short demonstration of what they practice on the set toolkit.
Okay, let me try.
Before, do you have another operating system, maybe like Metasploitable?
No, it's just my Kali.
Okay, you can go on. You can go on.
One into one. What do you say?
You can share your screen and go on. Um, try to
Okay.
generate a QR code
Okay.
and then try to generate a QR code. Try to clone a website, and then lastly, which one do I give you again? But just start up with those two first. Just start up with those two. So I hope everybody is watching to see what he's doing. If you missed anything on it, you can see what he's doing. Explain what he did at the beginning. Explain what he did at the beginning. Just explain what he did. That first pseudo SU line.
Like, I want to be like so that I can be the super user. I can be able to edit and just be in control of the Kali
So you don't always
stuff.
need to be asking for permission all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So you can go on. You
So,
can also explain as you
all right. So
go
I'm
along.
trying to generate a QR code first. So we already know that SETOOLKIT is a social engineering software attack. So now I'm going to pick the first one, social engineering attack. They are type one and enter. So wait for it to run. So once it's done running, then you see where you have to generate the QR code, which is number 8. Do the same thing, just type 8. It's straightforward. Then it will ask you to put in the URL of the code you want it to send to, maybe if it's Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. So let's start with Facebook. So I can just put the URL, which is, if I want to start with HTTPS anymore, or just put www.facebook.com anymore. Then it's already created. So we can tell from this is where it is, the QR code is. That's where the QR code is. So if I want to open it and see what it is, I can just open a new terminal. I can just open a new tab so that, sorry. Sorry, I I learned this particular just for me to call the URL code up. There's a code I learned online, so I'll try. First of all, I have to go to look at the. Okay, this is the root. So first of all, I have to cd, then list it. Automatically look at the QR code here. But if I want to make it like pop it up, there's a code you just type Z, and that's it. Then you copy everything. You copy it. This is the command to open it. Then you copy it and paste it here. Then once you enter, it will pop up. So just give it a hand. So this is the QR code that was created. Then
just do the what's the second one?
second one, which is to what again? To clone a site, bar.
Yes, to clone a site.
Okay, to clone a site. I'm still going. So still is. So, to clone a site is like a great website attack, obviously. So when we type to, is it here? No, it's not here. No, it's not here. Let me go back. I think it's
Right part.
uh okay, okay, yes, yes, yes. I remember. I'm still on the right part because I did. I tried. I did credential harvesters. It's almost the same thing as well. So I did the number three. Then yes, site cloner number two. So normally this is my IP. I'm supposed to, but since it's already there, I'll just enter. There's no need. Then it now tell you to enter the URL of the site you want to clone. Since I've already created the QR code for the Facebook, let me just go on with my Facebook and enter the URL.
I hope everybody understands what URL is. It's different from domain. Domain is facebook.com.
So,
URL is where you see HTTP,
yes.
www.
Normally, but because of I remember you said we should always take note of this. So whether you put S or no S, the tool already knows what it's doing. So there's
Yes.
nothing like secured or insecure. So that's why I'm not stressing myself putting S. If I want to put S, I can still put S, but the command is already there. I remember you said that in class. So I'm always putting my eyes there. So once you are done, you just enter to create the sites. So, so that's it. So then I can now go on with my this thing and open. I think I tried. Let me try with Mozilla with my IP address.
You want to open the site with your IP address.
Yes, sir.
Did you start Apache?
No, I didn't start Apache, but there's something I noticed after once I run it on my Mozilla and I come back here, I will still see the fact that I've already opened this thing. The credentials will be showing here, the email and the password. I tried this yesterday,
Okay.
even with this thing. Let me just see whether it work again.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just open a new tab. Okay. So let me just say really Lima.
Now hold on before you go back.
Okay.
I want us to also notice something. You know, when we're using Z Fisher, right? When you create a fake login page, after you put in your login, your credentials, and you try to log in, it's going to redirect you to the original website.
Yes,
But here it doesn't do that.
that's true.
So I want everybody to note those kind of differences. So if it's something that someone goes ahead to do, you try to attack on somebody and do this attack on somebody, and it doesn't refresh, there's there's about 50% chances of the person noticing that where he went to is not the original website. So if you're
Website.
putting
So if I go to my listing, I'm supposed to. didn't work out. Normal, I'm supposed to see it here. Username, password. I didn't work this time around.
Scroll up to the top. Scroll up to the top. Yes, so you didn't show.
It didn't show. Didn't show. I
But it
tried it.
doesn't mean but it doesn't mean it's not going to work. Everybody can try it by themselves and see how it works.
Let me try with my phone and see.
No, no problem, no problem. Open a new tab and then I taught us something yesterday. When
Okay.
you use set toolkit, you create a listener and you are the host already. Now
Yes.
I asked us what is a command? What is the command you used that you are going to use if you shut down, maybe you shut down your set toolkit and you're not able
Yes.
to see the listener immediately. What commands can you use to ensure that your listener is always on to receive any information? Do you remember the command?
Um.
If
Sub,
anybody that remembers the command on the group, any other person in the group, if you remember it, you can mention.
well, I can't remember. I can't remember. But the only one I can remember is the to start your server Kali. The other one,
I
I don't think I
talked
can.
about I talked about netcat.
Netcards.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
NC, this is the command NC,
NC.
yes, space minus LNVP. Now, here you can put in the port number that you used when you were creating that payload. If it's HTTP or HTTPS,
Okay.
you can put those ports here.
Okay.
Space minus S, and then the file that you created. Set Toolkit created a link for you, a file that
Yes.
you're able to get and launch. That is the file you are now going to put after this minus S and then space. So even if your victim does not click on your link immediately, when he does it, as long as you have this open on your system, any moment he does, at any time he does it, he will start receiving the information here, and you'll be able to interact with his system.
It's a system.
Yes.
Let me write it down. NC minus LMVP. So it can be 443 or 80.
It
Anyone.
can be any port number that
Any
you
port
used.
that
Yes.
I. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Usually after minus S and then space, you put in your IP address. You can also put in the file that you created.
Like the is it like them, for example, the QR code?
Like now, you created a QR code, right? And you
Yes.
don't have the link. What you have is a QR code. You are
Okay.
going to put in your IP address here
Okay.
because you can't be fitting in a QR code into
A QR
an
code.
email.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
just put in your IP address. It's best for you to put in your IP address because you might not remember what you created. You might make a mistake on the names of files that you have. But once you put in your IP address, you get it easily. Okay, so that is for set toolkits. That is for set toolkits. There are also so many other kind of attacks you can use set toolkits to do, but it's still getting remote access to a system. Just trying to get remote access to a system on a network. On a network. Let's not forget that on a network. I have not tried this cloning of websites outside a network, but
So
if
after
you're having
so after this IP address now, just enter.
yes, but if you're typing, the address is already in here. Meaning, you have your set toolkit rolling where you're
Yes.
receiving information from. Close it
Yes.
and try it again.
Okay.
Just press your up arrow,
Okay. Okay.
enter. You can see it's not saying it's already in use again.
Yes. It's listening
It's
on
now waiting to get information.
information.
So that is it for set toolkit.
Hmm.
Getting remote access. There are so many things you can do. If you want to attack a Windows system, you can try it. Just try out as many operating systems as you can. And usually, this set toolkit is used on a network if you want to get remote access to a system. Remote access to a system. But if you are sending out something like a media, PDF, file, documents, all those kind of things, that is when it can be done outside of a network.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you want
Okay.
to get remote access to a system. You want to see what is inside that system. Is usually on a network. Not that it cannot be done outside a network, but usually on a network. So that is it for set toolkit. Now we are going to move to Bob Suite. We are going to be moving on to Bob Suite. So let me share my screen and move out to Bob Suite. So I mentioned something yesterday when we are doing using Bob Suite to work. I said you can change the prices of items that will even affect the server. It will affect the server of that site. Someone asked a question, how do you do it? Now, there's a whole lot of processes when you do that, but I'm not going to explain that process because we are, we are being governed by rules in cyber security. We can't give out certain information just easily. But the best thing I can say is you have to think of things like SQL injection. Yesterday, we tried it on a website called Autoro Mutual, which is a banking website. It's not an original site. You can use it to do any attack. And I said the person should change the username we used. He should add some things to it, which is SQL injection. And he added it and he was able to gain access to that site even without having the real username or password that is meant to log into that website. Now we're going to be repeating what we did yesterday again, and I'll be showing you little places where SQL injection comes in. SQL injection usually is done to get admin access to a site. So for example, you know that your CCTV cameras or your routers, your Wi-Fi, your modem, if you buy it newly, they'll tell you to change your password. True or false?
True.
True, true, very true.
By default, the password that some companies use is admin as the username, admin as the password. So if it's somebody who's lazy and doesn't change it, anybody that has access to the gateway IP address, remember there's gateway IP address usually that ends with 0.1. If I get that gateway IP address, I would see where I can log in, and with those logins that have not been changed, which is admin, I'll get access to the router. If I want to change the password, I can change anything I want to do on the router. I can configure that router because I now have backdoor access to the router. That is the same way you use SQL injection. You can use SQL injection on your own. You can also use it with this BURPSUITE. There are different types of SQL injections. I'm going to do more on that in tomorrow's class. In BURPSUITE, you can add SQL injections to some things that you're going to be doing now. We are going to see that being done very soon. And using BURPSUITE, we are using the community edition, which is free. There is the professional edition. Most of the time when you see community edition on any tool, it's just because it is free. You can have access to a whole lot of things, but it is limited. But on professional, you have access to every single tool, every single configuration on that particular software. For example, we did yesterday. We had to add SQL injection to our request, but if I were to use the professional edition, I won't need to stress myself on adding it because a long list of SQL injections are already added by default because it is professional to my Bob suite, and they have a long list, and they try each and every one of them for me without me having to select, okay, try this one first, try this one next. I don't need to do any of that. So if you try an SQL injection and it's not working and you're using community edition, you have to type in another SQL injection. If it doesn't work, you continue the process. But for your professional, it tries it for you automatically. It's automated. You have a long list of SQL injections, and there are types of SQL injections. I will explain more of that in tomorrow's class. So let's go to what you are going to be using today. So open your Bob suite and you go to proxy. Turn on your intercept. Ensure that your Firefox browser, you have your Foxy proxy extension. If you don't have it, your Bob suite is not going to work. And turn it on. Get your Foxy proxy extension on your Firefox. If you haven't added any configuration, add to it on options, add settings, all those basic things. You don't need to do any username and password on them, but the very basic things that you need: port number, the name of the, in quotes, VPN you have created, maybe country and all of that. then you turn it on. Now that it is on, you go back to your Bob suite and it should be it is going to work for you. Open a browser from your Bob suite. Don't go and search for Chromium or what. Your Firefox will not work at all because you are using Foxy proxy. Okay, Mr. Williams, you can ask your question.
Sorry, please. Help walk through the process of doing all this stuff. I was not in classes today because of network. The extension you're talking about,
Okay.
the Bob suit. Uh,
So there's an extension called Foxy proxy. You can
I
search
also
for
just
it.
joined due to connection problems. So I think I've missed a
Okay.
lot.
We'll cover it in this class. We'll cover it in this class. Even if you don't get it, I'm streaming live on YouTube, so you can go back to the YouTube channel to watch it.
Okay,
So
thank
you
you.
go to your extension icon here. You go to your extension icon here. It's going to give you a short
okay.
list that looks like this.
That's that's under Firefox, right?
Yes, Firefox. You can also check for extensions on any browser. Every
Yeah, I've
browser that
seen that.
exists has extensions to it. For
Sure.
example, extensions are basically you don't want to download the main file. You don't want to download the main file, but you want to have something that can be working with it.
Yeah.
For example, we have Zoom meetings. I don't want to download Zoom, but I still want to use Zoom. I can download the extension for Zoom.
Okay.
So anytime I have a meeting, I'll just go to that extension and start it up, and I'm good to
Okay.
go from there.
Okay.
Some extensions work offline, some of them only when you're online. So you can come to your extension where you most of the time when you go to the extension, it will bring you to something like this. But go to
Yeah.
extensions and search for Foxy Proxy.
Foxy, Foxy. Okay.
Fox, Foxy, then Proxy,
I've seen that.
Proxy,
Okay.
and
Okay.
search for it. I have already, let me turn it off so that you can see it again because once you have it on, your browser will stop
Okay.
working until you are done with what you want to do.
We should go for standard, right? Foxy Proxy standard.
Standard, yes. Foxy
Okay.
proxy standard.
Okay.
On
Adding.
other browsers, you might see some other things. It might not be standard, but usually that Foxy proxy is the main name you are looking for. There are other extensions that have the same name as Foxy proxy that will look like it. But we are using Firefox here, so use standard. Foxy
Okay.
proxy standard.
I've done that.
Add it to your extension list.
Extend added.
Once you've downloaded it or added it, it will ask you for some permissions.
Yeah.
It will ask you if you want to use it on private browser, you can say yes.
Private. Okay. Done.
You can say yes. So when you're done with that, go back to your extension and you will see it listed there. Open it. You'll see options below. You won't have anything under. You see options below. Open your options. Open your options. Go to proxies at the top. Go to proxies at the top. You can add, fill in the title, fill in your country, fill in the host name, fill in your ports. Those are the major things you need to fill in: title, country, host name, and port.
I don't have that though.
My own is not showing that. My own is showing details and permissions.
Have you gotten to where I am under proxies?
That's what I'm saying. I don't have. It's not showing anything. When I opened it, once I just opened the Foxy proxy, it's
Yes.
giving me details and permissions. Those are the two this thing that came up front.
Try to follow my steps again. Try to follow my steps again. Click on your
Okay.
extension.
Yeah.
Click on Foxy Proxy.
Yeah.
Click on Options.
My own is not bringing out options. It just shows details and permissions.
Can you share your screen?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
We just have 20 minutes, so I want us to make the most of our time.
Is it showing?
Okay.
Can you see it?
Now you see why I said you should follow my steps. You see why I said you should follow my steps. Go to
This.
extensions at the top, not there. Extensions at the top. Yes.
Okay.
You can see Foxy Proxy.
Yeah.
Click on it. Can you see what I'm talking about? Options, log.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. This is where
Okay.
you open it from.
Okay. Thank you.
This is where, so you can see proxies at the top. It's important
So
you try to follow these steps.
I'm at proxy. So what am I to do next? Am I to add?
You can add. If you don't
Okay.
have anyone, add.
Okay.
You see title, put a title, put a country, put a host
Okay.
name. It could be an IP address, it could be a website admin, a port number of your choice, any port number of your choice, and save.
Is it where I am here? Okay. Alright. Okay. So where are we getting the? Okay.
Put in any title, select any country of your choice. You can put in an IP address or a website, then put in any port number of your choice. Those are the four important things you need to put. Country,
Uh, Existent or non existent? We should just put anything a bit.
it doesn't matter, just put it.
All right.
What you are doing is that if you are being traced back, right, these
Okay.
are the details that they are going to see. It just works like a VPN. But now you are like the server of that VPN. Usually you have to connect to the server of a VPN. Then that VPN will now connect to the main site you are going to. But this time you are doing it on you are hosting your server by yourself. So if anybody um, tries to track back what is going on the site, all these details you are putting here is what he's going to see.
Okay. Why am I putting the proxy?
Have you saved
No. Why am I to put proxy or IP address? Anyone?
anyone where you see host
Where?
name?
What?
Host name.
Host name. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Host your title is important, the country is important, host name is important, which is either your any IP address or a website. Then put any
Okay.
port number of your choice.
All
Then
right.
save. Once you are done with save, click back on that extension, that incomplete puzzle at the top.
Yeah.
Click on your Foxy proxy and click on what you have created. It should be under disable. Click on it, it will be dark.
Yeah, done.
Now, if you are not sure if it's working, open a browser and type anything you want to search for. Open a tab on your browser. Search for anything. If it tells you connection failed, your proxy is working.
Okay. Once I've saved, what is next?
Once you've saved, like I said, turn it
Mm,
on. Go to incomplete. Go to the incomplete icon, puzzle icon, which is for
okay.
extension. Click on Foxy
Okay.
proxy.
All
You've
right.
created something.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes, click on it. It should be dark.
Okay. Yes.
Then test your Firefox browser. If you are not able to search for anything, if it tells
Anything.
you connection failed, it's you have perfectly
Something like this. Your browser server is refusing connections.
Yeah.
Okay.
can you see my screen?
Let me stop sharing.
You can see it's saying we are having trouble finding that site. Once
Okay.
it is saying this kind of thing, you are ready to you are perfectly set up.
Okay.
Now go to your Bob suite. Go to your Bob suite. At the top, you should see dashboard, you should see target, you should see proxy. Go to proxy. Go to proxy. I want us to
The
finish this
Bob
Bob
suite,
suite project.
The Bob suite is from the one from the Kali, right? We are not installing anything.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't need to install it. Just go
Okay.
and open, just go and search for Bob suite on your Kali menu. Search for Bob suite. If it's asking you for some things, just ensure that the first thing that is there is what you are clicking. Temporary project, the default settings, all of that. Don't change any of the settings. Just click on next until you enter your dashboard. When you have it set up, you see dashboard, you see target, you see proxy, down all the way to extensions and learn. Go to your proxy,
Sorry.
make intercept off.
Turn on.
Turn on your intercept.
As it Sorry, as it opens, it showed temporary projects. Now
Click on it
we are
next.
talking of.
Next.
Okay, next. Okay.
If you are working on a project, maybe you have a
Okay.
long-term project, because that is what these tools are used for. It's not something that you do today and you are expecting to be done that very day. No, hackers don't do jobs in one day, except they are looking for very cheap information that is not useful to them. So it's a temporary project. Once we are done with it, once you turn off your Bob suite, it is not saved to anything. But if you have
Okay.
another project running, you can save it.
Use Bob's
Don't change any setting, just continue.
suite.
Just next. Don't change any setting.
All right. Starting.
I will have to send another link to the class again for us to do this Bob
Okay.
suite.
I'm good to. I'm ready to go. Everything is set.
Is everybody ready to continue?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, we are. We are.
I think I believe Ola is the one that texted me that he just joined the class.
I was the one that texted with the assignment.
No, no, no. Someone just texted me that he just joined the class, the group chat.
Okay, no, I'm not the one.
I'm seeing another Ola here. That's why I'm asking so that I will know what to do by the time the class is over.
I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
Okay, so let's continue. So now we're on Bob Suite. You see dashboard, you see target, you see proxy. Go to proxy. Turn on your
Okay.
intercept. You see open browser in orange. Click on it. It will open a browser for you. You see things like port swigger on that browser. Port swigger just is another tool you can use to, it's not a tool per se, but it's a site that helps to teach people how to use Bob Suite very well. Like I said, you can change the prices of an item, right? If you go to port swigger, they have a mock e-commerce site. It is not real, that you can